Thanks so much, Claudia. It's a pleasure to be here tonight on behalf of the Ford Motor Company Fund. Ford was founded more than a century ago to do one thing: make people's lives better. When Henry Ford started our company, he wasn't just pursuing profits, he was pursuing a greater purpose. He wanted to make personal transportation affordable so that everyone could enjoy the freedom of mobility. The Ford Fund is proud to be a part of this remarkable heritage, and we're all about finding ways to improve people's lives and make the world a better place. I've been in Ford's Washington office for over 10 years, and it's personally been so exciting for me to witness all the many programs that the fund has developed that are strengthening our communities across the country and around the world. One of the outstanding collaborations has been our 35-year partnership with LULAC. Working together, we have created and expanded the Ford Driving Dreams Grants Program, which is now in its 7th year. To date, the Ford Driving Dreams Grant Program has impacted close to 1,500 students and empowered 50 LULAC councils to develop local programs that equip students with the skills and inspiration they need to graduate from high school on time. In particular, I would like to highlight the LULAC Milwaukee Council, number 326, for launching its dual enrollment program, where high school students earn credits towards high school graduation as well as college transferable credits. Students there have achieved a 100% graduation rate. I'd like to recognize the outstanding I'd also like to recognize the outstanding achievements of last year's grantees. I'll list them quickly. Council 313, Chicago, Illinois. Council 756, Little Rock. Council number 1, Corpus Christi. Council 319, Milwaukee. Council 2060, Stockton, California. Council 5285, Moline, Illinois. Council 2862, Sacramento, California. And Council 47013, Vancouver, Washington. I'd like to congratulate our 2015 veteran councils who have achieved success in their programs, and we are excited to support again. They are Council 8035, Albuquerque, and 4933 from Austin. Let's give them all a round of applause. We're now getting ready to welcome another round of LULAC councils to the program, and the deadline to apply for this year's grants is March 21st. So for those who are interested, you can find more information on lulac.org/Ford. Our team at Ford believes that we can continue to cultivate the many talents and dreams of our future generations, and we're excited to partner with LULAC on this wonderful endeavor. Thanks so much and enjoy the rest of the night.
Buenas noches. It's a pleasure to be here, and let me start by saying that I am an immigrant. I am from Peru. So, señor embajador, gracias por estar aquí esta noche con nosotros. Muy amable. This is a beautiful country. It's an amazing experiment. We enjoy liberties and freedoms like no other country in this world, and we owe it to a lot of people. We owe it to people like the servers that are taking care of us tonight. So please, let's give them a hand. And we owe it to the countless men and women that have served in our military that have given the ultimate sacrifice to allow us to be here tonight. So please, let's recognize our veterans. So here's my call to action. I think we owe it to all of these good people that have built this nation to get out and vote. We owe it to make sure that when we go to the polls, we take with us another registered voter that has not voted before. If we all commit to taking one individual, we will double the Latino vote. We owe it to ourselves to make sure that we're educated, that we clearly understand what each candidate stands for and what they're willing to support and what they're willing to commit. Let's educate ourselves. If you're able, I encourage you to volunteer for a campaign. There's nothing more exciting than being part of the political process, and you can do it by volunteering for campaigns. And there's one more thing that I want to encourage you to do. You need to engage with your elected official. And here's what I say about engage. We're very quick to fire off an email, a text, a phone call when we think something's not going right. But often we're remiss to recognize the men and women that serve us on Capitol Hill when they do things that are well and that benefit our communities. It can be lonely in those halls of Congress, and sometimes our congressmen and congresswomen do things that really impact our community in a positive way, and that's the time when we need to reach out and say thank you. You did well for us. We appreciate your support. And one more thing, as excited as we are with presidential elections, let's not forget, President Rocha, you called it out. Let's not forget the local elections. Often, a lot of things that impact our families are decided at the local level. Often, school board elections are won with 83 votes, depending on your community, sometimes 2,000 votes. We have the ability to change the lives of our children if we commit to engage at every single school board election, every single city election, whatever local election you have in front of you. Trust me, those elected positions have a lot of impact on our lives, and they're won with a handful of votes. We can make this happen. So if you all agree, let's commit to taking one person that's registered to vote that has never voted, and let's take him to the polls this year. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Buenas noches. ¿Cómo estamos, LULAC? Give me a little energy. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you, Claudia, for that wonderful introduction. Walgreens is very proud to once again be a sponsor of this great event. Last time I was here speaking to my LULAC familia, we were talking about Get a Shot, Give a Shot campaign. This program provides life-saving vaccines to children every time one of you gets a vaccine at one of my Walgreens. I'm happy to report that with your support, that one campaign has supported 7 million vaccines globally. We also continue to work with LULAC, HHS, and other nonprofit partners to give free flu shots to patients who can't afford them in communities all the way throughout the United States. Since the inception of that program in 2010, we have given over 1 million patients in the United States vaccines for flu. These two programs are great examples of the importance of local access to healthcare. And a few weeks ago, we announced yet another innovative effort to impact the lives of individuals across the United States. At a press conference right down the street at our Chinatown store, which hopefully you've visited because it's an awesome looking store. It's our flagship store, which my store manager is here. Thank you for joining us. We announced two programs to lead the fight against prescription drug abuse by helping two things. We curb misuse of medications and the rise of overdose deaths. First, Walgreens announced that we're installing safe medication disposal receptacles in more than 500 drugstores in 39 states and right here in Washington, D.C. as well. These safe medication kiosks allow individuals to safely and conveniently dispose of their unwanted, unused, and expired medications, including controlled substances and over-the-counter medications at no cost. The initial installation of these receptacles has already started in California and will be completed at 500 Walgreens at the end of this year. Secondly, and even more impactfully, Walgreens will also make naloxone, a life-saving opioid antidote available without a prescription in pharmacies in 35 states and right here in DC again. And this program will roll out state by state throughout the year. When the implementation of this program is complete, naloxone will be available without a prescription at 5,800 Walgreens nationwide. So you may be asking yourself, why are these programs important? Well, let me give you some numbers. According to the 2014 National Survey on Drug Use and Health, an estimated 6.5 million Americans abused prescription drugs in 2014. And the Center for Disease Control and Prevention reported 47,055 deaths including prescription and illicit drugs during the same year. This is a 6.5 increase since 2013 and a 140% increase since 2000. This program, a first of its kind in retail, highlights a common ideal between Walgreens and LULAC. Your zip code should not define your access to healthcare or your life expectancy. So on behalf of Walgreens, we would like to congratulate all the award winners, all the civic and community leaders present. Thank you for letting us join you in your celebration, and thank you for letting Walgreens help your family stay happy and healthy. Gracias.